Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to our Srimad Bhagavatam Stutis series. Today is the last shloka of Dhruva Maharaj's glorification of the Lord, which is shloka number 17 of chapter 9, canto number 4. Satya Shisho hi Bhagavam Stava Pada Padmam
Satyashisho hi bhagavam stava pada padmam
Ashis Tathanu Bhajatav Purushartha Murte
ashistatanu bhajatah purushartha murte
Apyeva Maria Bhagavan Paripati Dinan
apyevam arya bhagavan paripati dinan
Vashreva Vatsakamanugraha Katarosman.
vashreva vatsakam anugraha katarosman.
Word for word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Satya,
Satya,
real,
real.
Ashishaha,
Ashishaha,
compared with other benedictions.
compared with other benedictions.
He, certainly.
Certainly.
Bhagavan,
Bhagavan,
my Lord.
my Lord.
Tava,
Tava,
your. Pada Padmam,
Pada Padmam,
lotus feet.
Lotus Feet,
Ashihi,
Ashihi,
benediction.
benediction,
Tatha,
Tata,
in that way.
in that way,
Anubhajataha,
Anubhajataha,
for the devotees.
for the devotees,
Purusha Artha,
Purusha Artha,
of the real goal of life.
of the real goal of life,
Murtehe,
Murtehe,
the personification.
the personification,
Api,
Api,
although.
although,
Evam,
Evam,
thus.
thus,
Arya,
Arya,
O Lord.
O Lord,
Bhagavan,
Bhagavan,
the personality of Godhead.
the personality of Godhead,
Paripati,
Paripati,
maintains.
maintains,
Dinan,
Dinan,
the poor in heart.
the poor and
Vashra,
Vashra,
a cow.
a cow,
Eva,
Eva,
like. Vatsakam,
Vatsakam,
unto the calf.
unto the calf,
Anugraha,
Anugraha,
to bestow mercy.
to bestow mercy,
Kataraha,
Kataraha,
eager.
eager,
Asman,
Asman,
upon me.
upon me.
Translation, my Lord,
My Lord,
O Supreme Lord,
O Supreme Lord,
you are the supreme personified form of all benediction.
you are the supreme personified form of all benediction.
Therefore, for one who abides in your devotional service,
Therefore, for one who abides in your devotional service
with no other desire,
with no other desire,
worshipping your lotus feet,
worshipping your lotus feet
is better than becoming king
is better than becoming king
and lording it over a kingdom.
and lording it over a kingdom.
That is the benediction of worshipping your lotus feet.
That is the benediction of worshipping your lotus feet.
To ignorant devotees like me,
To ignorant devotees like me,
you are the causelessly merciful maintainer.
you are the causelessly merciful maintainer,
Just like a cow
just like a cow
who takes care of the newly born calf
who takes care of the newly born calf
by supplying milk
by supplying milk
and giving it protection from attack.
and giving it protection from attack.
So this is the concluding shloka glorifying the Supreme Lord by Dhruva Maharaj. So Prabhupada has written a beautiful purport. Let's read that purport. Dhruva Maharaj was cognizant of the defective nature of his own devotional service. Pure devotional service is without material form and is not covered by mental speculation or fruitive activities. Yesterday we were discussing how purity is not the necessity for you to perform devotional service. You can be considered a devotee even if you're impure. But what matters is the faith with which and the sincerity with which you perform your devotional service. So we can be impure, but we should be sincere. So sincerity in the path of purity is the most important thing for us, because we can never earn the mercy of the Lord. It is not something that you do X amount of seva or Y amount of tapasya and you earn the mercy of the Lord. The mercy of the Lord is always causeless, in the sense you didn't do anything to deserve it. But you can beg for the mercy of the Lord. If you beg for the mercy of the Lord, then the mercy by the Lord's own volition can be given to you. So Prabhupada is saying pure devotional service is without material form and it is not covered by mental speculation or fruitive activities. Pure devotional service is therefore called ahetuki, unmotivated. And Dhruva Maharaj is acknowledging here that he didn't have the same unmotivated desire. He did have a material desire. So Prabhupada writes, Dhruva Maharaj knew that he had come to worship the Lord in devotional service with a motive to get the kingdom of his father. Such an adulterated devotee can never see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. So Dhruva Maharaj is thinking, my devotion was not pure. But because of your causeless mercy, you have appeared before me. Otherwise, what did he do to deserve to see the Lord face to face? He therefore felt very grateful for the causeless mercy of the Lord. The Lord is so merciful that not only does he fulfill the desires of a devotee who is driven by ignorance and desires for material benefit, but he also gives such a devotee all protection, just as a cow gives milk to a newly born calf. The Lord is not measuring your purity to protect you. He is giving you protection anyway, because he is all merciful, just like a cow gives the calf milk. The cow doesn't make a judgment. Does the calf deserve the milk or not? Similarly, the Lord does not make a judgment whether you deserve his mercy or protection or not. Therefore, the Lord is always causelessly merciful. He is called Anukampa, meaning he is full of compassion. So therefore, throughout the Bhagavatam, you will see there are so many examples of Kripa Siddhas. Because of the compassion of the Lord, Dhruva Maharaj became a devotee. Because of the causeless mercy of the Lord, Narada Muni becomes a devotee. So it's because of the Kripa Siddha that the Lord bestowed on them. They became pure devotees. So Dhruva Maharaj is acknowledging here, I didn't have any purity to deserve to see you. But he had sincerity that he wanted to see the Lord. So it's like you go to your father because he's your father and you love him. You don't go to your father because you want to extract something from him. That is an ideal way of loving a father. So we also have to learn to love and serve Krishna because he belongs to us. We don't need any other reason to serve Krishna. Simply that Krishna belongs to me and therefore I want to love and serve him. So even an adulterated devotee, of course, in our mind, Dhruva Maharaj is not adulterated, but he is considering himself adulterated. He can see the Lord face to face. because of the Lord's causeless mercy. Ajamila, the Lord allowed him to chant his name at the time that he was leaving the body because of the Lord's causeless mercy. So the Lord can do anything. He therefore felt very grateful for the causeless mercy of the Lord. The Lord is so merciful that not only does he fulfill the desires of a devotee who is driven by ignorance and desires for material benefit, but he also gives such a devotee all protection, just as a cow gives milk to a newly born calf. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that the Lord gives intelligence to the constantly engaged devotee so that he may gradually approach the Lord without difficulty. So Prabhupada is referencing the 10th shloka of the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam tadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. That means the Lord himself from inside, he is giving the understanding by which the devotee can come back to him. But he does this to those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love. Dadami buddhi yogam. From inside, the Lord helps you. So a devotee must be very sincere in his devotional service. Then, although there may be many things wrong on the devotee's part, Krishna will guide him and gradually elevate him to the highest position of devotional service. So we should not have an unreasonable expectation that overnight we will achieve that level of purity where we can see the Lord face to face. We can experience the Lord in our life. We talked about having a feeling for the Lord yesterday in the Q&A session. What the Lord wants to see is that you're sincere in your hearing and your chanting. He wants to see that you have a desire for him. Whatever limitations we have, with those limitations, Krishna wants us to worship him. Only a pure devotee can say, I am a servant of Krishna. We, as neophytes, we can only say we are trying to become a servant of Krishna. We are not yet a servant of Krishna, because to become a servant of Krishna means you are fully surrendered. We can try to be a servant of Krishna. We need to understand our limitations, but within those limitations, we should always continue to have faith that the Lord is my only maintainer. So we become a devotee causelessly. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, there is a wonderful shloka that Prabhupada constantly refers to when he gives his classes. Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasade Paya Bhakti Lata Bija. How did we get this Bhakti Lata Bija? We didn't walk into the temple saying, I'm searching for Krishna. None of us did that. So it is by the grace and mercy of the Lord and the spiritual master that we receive the seed of the creeper of devotional service. Konya Bhagavan. Somehow or the other, Guru has planted that seed in you. That's all. That means the Lord makes us fortunate enough to become a devotee. On our own, we cannot become a devotee. It's because of the Lord's causeless mercy upon us that he has bestowed on us. Therefore, we should protect this gift that the Lord has given us. We should not abandon this gift if things don't go our way. We should cherish it. We should protect it. We should allow it to grow. Sometimes we get frustrated when we do our devotional service, but that's not any reason to give it up. We should protect it. It's such a precious gift. Not everybody gets this gift. Prabhupada writes, the Lord is addressed herein by Dhruva Maharaj as Purushartha Murti, the ultimate goal of life. The Vedas talk about the four Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives us the fifth Purushartha, which is Krishna Prema. So Krishna Prema is the ultimate goal of life. Generally, Purushartha is taken to mean execution of a type of religious principle or worship of God in order to get material benediction. That means dharma followed by artha and of course kama. Prayers for material benediction are intended for satisfying the senses. And when one is frustrated and cannot fully satisfy the senses, in spite of all endeavor, he desires liberation, which is what Dhruva Maharaj spoke about in the shloka that we did yesterday. Actually, when we want to free ourselves from this duality, we seek liberation, moksha, because we are fed up with this duality of up and down, positive, negative, light and darkness. Hence, Prabhupada is writing, and when one is frustrated and cannot fully satisfy the senses in spite of all endeavor, he desires liberation or freedom from material existence. These activities are generally called Purushartha. But actually, the ultimate goal is to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is called the Panchama Purushartha, the ultimate goal of life. Lord Chaitanya therefore taught us not to ask from the Supreme Personality any benediction such as material wealth, popularity, or a good wife. One should simply pray to the Lord to be constantly engaged in his transcendental loving service. No matter what difficulties may come our way, we should be focused on always being engaged in devotional service of the Lord. That is something we should not want to give up ever. Dhruva Maharaj, being cognizant of his desire for material benefit, wanted protection from the Lord so that he might not be misled or deviated from the path of devotional service by material desires. This is actually a wonderful aspect of praying to the Lord. You know, even devotees, although we have faith in the Lord, sometimes we also are consumed by fear. And one of the fears that devotees have is, especially after you've practiced devotional service for some time, the fundamental fear that a devotee has is that they will give up Krishna consciousness. Something will happen and you'll just abandon it. And you'll never look back. So that is one fear that is a healthy fear to have. So why not, when you pray to the Lord, ask him that for that one thing, that whatever happens in my life, whatever troubles come in my life, that we should not give up devotional service to him. So we should ask the Lord to protect our Bhakti Lata Bija also, and to protect the growth that has happened. And when we pray, we should pray to the Lord that we should always be in the service of Vaishnavas, we should always be taking their Sangha, and we should always be engaged in the service of the deities in the temple. That's a very nice prayer to have every day, because we cannot protect our own devotional creeper on our own. We are still dependent on the other Vaishnavas, and we are dependent on the Lord for his mercy. Because just as the Lord gives you this benediction of devotion, we can also lose it very quickly when we become too proud. In the lecture that I was hearing earlier this morning, you know, the question that normally befuddles all of us devotees is, we always remember how in the beginning stages of Krishna consciousness, we were so enthusiastic. Nothing could go wrong. We were filled with energy, enthusiasm, determination, confidence. But over a period of time, you lose that enthusiasm. And the answer as to why you lose that enthusiasm is that because you've lost faith. Now you've become an intellectual devotee. So you start asking questions. Who should I surrender to? How should I surrender? Why should I surrender? Now, who should I associate with? Who should I let go of? You start using your intellect. Surrender is surrender. Surrender means not relying on your intelligence, not depending on your mind to give you suggestions or ideas for solutions. To just be completely surrendered means the Lord can do anything he wants with me. I am not going to worry about the ups and downs in life. So we'll conclude with two things in today's session. There are 6 levels of surrender that we will look at. Many of you who would have done Nectar of Devotion, you would have come across this. You would have had to memorize this also. And then we will just summarize the 12 shlokas that Dhruva Maharaj offered to the Lord. Anukulyasya sankalpaha pratikulyasya varjanam rakshishyatiti vishvaso goptritve varanam tatha atma nikshepa karpanye shatvidha sharanagatihi. So 6 levels of surrender. So I'll just quickly read the translation. The first thing is we should accept everything that is favorable to serving the Lord. The second thing is we should give up everything that is unfavorable for serving the Lord. So both are do's. One is a positive way and one is to give up something that is not useful in the service of the Lord. The third one is to have a firm conviction that only Krishna can protect you. Fourth one is to always accept Krishna as the only maintainer for you. You shouldn't think, I am the doer, I am maintaining, I am doing all of this. No, Krishna is maintaining everything. He is simply using you. So even your maintenance, you're completely dependent on Krishna. You may think, yeah, I'm putting in effort, I'm using my intelligence, yeah. But Krishna is orchestrating things behind the scenes. Therefore, Krishna is the only maintainer. The 5th level of surrender, always be conscious that one is not independent when it comes to fulfilling one's desires. We are not independent. And the 6th level of surrender, always humbly think of oneself as most fallen so that Krishna will take care of you. If you think you are very advanced, then why should Krishna be looking out for you? A genuine devotee, a pure devotee will always think, I don't have love for Krishna. I don't have faith in Krishna. I am so fallen. I need the Vaishnava's prayers. I need my Guru Maharaj's protection. I need Krishna's protection. So a devotee is always hankering for the protection of the Lord and is always hankering for the association of other devotees so that they gain strength from other devotees. So therefore, these are the 6 levels of surrender. So I want to just quickly summarize what we covered in this Dhruva Stuti. So I'm using Gauranga Darshan Prabhu's Bhagavata Subodhini. There is a class by Gauranga Darshan Prabhu this morning, the last session on the Mukunda Mala Stotra. So please do tune into YouTube to watch the session. So I'll just take a quick summary. We've covered shloka 6 to 17 for the Dhruva Maharaj Stuti. So in shloka 6 and 7, Dhruva Maharaj is glorifying the Lord as the master of all senses. He is also enlivening Dhruva Maharaj's senses and how the Lord is manifesting different things by his energies. In shlokas 8 and 9, Dhruva Maharaj is talking about taking the shelter of devotees. And of course, there are different levels of devotion and devotional service. The shelter of a jnani, a jignasu, and the artha and the bhaktas. How these different types of devotees take shelter of the Lord. And the shelter of the artharthi bhakta is covered in shloka 9. In shlokas 10 and 12, the glory of bhakti and association is described by Dhruva Maharaj. The bliss of bhakti, which is Brahmananda and the heavenly pleasures, in shloka 10. In shloka 11, Dhruva Maharaj says, I want the association of pure devotees. And in shloka 12, Dhruva Maharaj says, such kind of association leads to detachment. In shlokas 13 to 16, Dhruva Maharaj is speaking about the glories of the Lord. He talks about his form in shloka 13. He talks about Garbhodakashaya Vishnu in shloka 14. He talks about the difference between the Lord and the Jivas in shloka 15. He talks about the qualities of Brahman in the shloka that we covered yesterday, which is shloka 16. And in shloka 17, to conclude, he's saying, please protect me and please maintain me. So this is the essence of these stutis that we've covered today and over the last few weeks. With this, we can understand the mood of devotion. The mood of devotion concludes with that we should always be dependent on the Lord for everything. We should not think independently we can do whatever we want. So we cannot measure on our own whether the Lord has protected us or not. We don't have the capacity. The Lord can protect us in so many different ways. So we should not sit in judgment of the Lord as to whether He is protecting us or not. You should have faith. Whatever the Lord is doing for you in your personal life, He is actually protecting you. So the narrow vision says that I am doing everything to protect myself. No, the Lord is always protecting you, but in His way. So we have to simply surrender. We should not worry about how, why, when, to whom, etc. Simply surrender to the Supreme Lord. He will take care of you. Besides this, there's nothing else to worry about. So we are only begging for the mercy of the Lord, and we are begging for the mercy of the Vaishnavas so that we may make progress on the spiritual path. So with this, we conclude the Dhruva Stuti from shlokas 6 to 17 of Canto 4, Chapter 9.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you'd like to join our classes every day, please check the details in the description section of this video. We look forward to serving you.